Oh, God. Get all the nerves out.
It's the jitters. Mic's not on.
Yeah, it is. It's on. You just can't hear me.
Oh, okay.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is High Anxiety with Drew and Joe, the podcast, or vidcast, as we call it.
I like vidcast.
I like vidcast, too.
Yeah, it's got a nice little ring to it.
We pretty much talk about anything and everything.
Yeah, we're kind of all over the place, kind of like the name suggests. Right?
Anything. Yeah, whatever's on our mind. Sorry,
Right.
By the way, we're laughing because it took us because the name of the podcast is High Anxiety, so it took us about 30 minutes. We're alone, by the way.
By ourselves.
By ourselves, and it took us like 30 minutes to even hit play.
It's terrifying.
Anyway, as you can see from the backdrop here, one of the first topics we're going to talk about.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Everybody knows about Game of Thrones.
Yeah, this is a spoiler alert. We'll have it actually pop up, but this is a spoiler alert. So if you haven't seen, what was it?
If you haven't seen it yet, what are you doing?
Was it episode 7 though? 7 of 8, right?
7 of it. No, that's episode 5.
Oh, because there's only
only
6.
6 in this one.
Yeah, there's only 6. Okay, so what was this? The Bells? Yeah, this was the
Something
Bells.
like that,
It sounds like a disease.
The bell.
The Bells.
The bells.
Anyway, I think originally what we were going to do is we were going to talk about the continuity errors when everybody was bitching about the coffee cup.
Yeah.
But I don't really give a shit anymore. Not
I
after.
didn't really give a shit in the beginning, to be honest with you.
Well, I don't care either because I mean it's so. I've got a cough drop in my mouth. I sound like Kid the Sloth. Manny, it's what was it he says? He goes, "Oh, it's a dandelion. Must be the last one this season."
Why? Doesn't anyone love me? That.
Dude, he's fucking.
You're older than me. I don't know. Was that like before?
Well, you're
my
gonna lose
time?
later then. We've got a lot in store for you.
We do have a lot in store.
we have
It'll be fun.
We have a great game plan. But anyway, back to what we were talking about. No, so continuity errors. So it's things like in, Saving Private Ryan, if they're, filming a scene for D-Day and like a Boeing 747 is flying through the sky.
Right.
Or things like that. So, I mean, again, with just the sheer amount of money and the amount of extras and, how much they put into, production, like, they're like, oh my God, you saw a coffee cup. Who the fuck cares?
I didn't care. Like I said, I didn't even pick up on it. I think it was like, half a second that it was actually in the screen or on the screen?
Yeah, well, Kirsten, my wife and I, we actually tried to watch back and we tried to catch it.
And you didn't catch it.
Anyway, so a couple things I wanted to address. Number one, and this is going to
go
go
back.
back.
Like your bottom line on just the episode or all of season 8 so far?
Just season 8 so far.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to go like super in depth because honestly, I've loved season 8.
I do too. But there's a lot of things I don't like about season 8.
Right. But like, okay, so just so that we have our like
I'm
2
moving
cents.
a lot. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Well, you have ADD.
I do.
I need to do some push-ups. Clearly, I don't.
There's a lot to talk about last night.
Yeah. Dude, it's for me, and I spoke to a friend earlier who absolutely fucking loved last night's episode, and I was like, well, you must be the biggest like sadist,
Right?
Because, I watch it and let's just talk about like Varys, for instance.
Yeah. What do you think about that situation and how he died? Was that not unearned?
I don't think.
Why did they choose him to die? Didn't all of them? Jon told, Tyrion told. Why did Varys have to go like that?
Yeah, but see, that's the whole thing. Like, Dany's being a dick.
Oh yeah.
Like a huge dick. She was basically saying, "Don't betray me." And he was like, I mean, the promise I'll make you is that I'll tell you if I think you're doing something wrong, and I'll tell you because I'm here to serve the realm, and I'll tell you the minute that I think you're doing something wrong. And he did. When they were at the meeting, he was like, yeah, what you're doing is fucked up.
And it was.
And Tyrion said it.
Yeah. They all said it.
And they all said it. And so then her whole thing is, well, Jon betrayed me. How? Dude told you he needed to tell his sisters.
Right.
She walked away from that conversation, not him. Exactly. So it's not like she didn't know that it was a possibility, and he wasn't, she didn't say, swear to me that you'll never tell your sisters.
Right.
He was like, I really feel like I should tell.
Yeah, I need to tell him. And he did, and that's what Jon would do.
If anything, Sansa's a douche.
Yeah, because she told Tyrion.
Within 5 fucking minutes.
Right, no
I mean,
time.
obviously we don't know the fucking,
timeline, but
yeah, we don't know the timeline, but and I'm not gonna say that I haven't done that type of shit. Like if Kirsten's just like, oh my God, don't ever tell anybody this.
Oh, yeah.
But 5 seconds later, I'm like, Drew,
Guess what?
guess what Carson died?
Well, half the time when we talk anyway, we're on speakers, so there's really no secrets.
Yeah, everybody knows our shit.
Yeah.
Even neighbors.
Neighbors,
But
absolutely.
no, so I will say to the Varys thing, I felt like it was so fucking rushed. It literally felt
absolutely.
like it was just like, you're a character that
Probably should die.
should probably die because, and only because it was in the dialogue
Yeah.
from the Red Woman,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Melisandre, that
Right.
neither of us will see the end of this war.
Yeah.
Even though technically she's kind of wrong because they went to the next one, but I guess since they hadn't started the next one, then she's
Yeah.
right. But at the same time, I was like, first, you're not even gonna like behead him. You're still gonna burn him just because that's your calling card.
Right.
Now, the way Drogon came in from behind her,
That was kind of dope.
that was legit
That was awesome.
because he's just like, what's up? I've been here the whole time. And,
I'm going to end you.
But then I felt so bad because she's like, Dracarys, and he didn't do anything, and I was
I was
like,
like, oh god.
even Drogon knows you wrong, girl. Even Drogon.
There was like a slight second there where you thought maybe it wouldn't happen.
Well, I thought he was like gonna eat him. Like, is that shitty?
No, not shitty at all.
Because he normally, she's
But he
like,
hasn't done that before. He's always blown fire on people.
yeah. She's like Dracarys, and he's like, okay, you know. But because he was like,
What should
I'm
I
a lean
do?
in,
I'm a little hungry.
and then he's like, all right, there. And
You
so-
happy?
and you're just like, fine, and you're like, okay, fine. You killed off that character super quick.
What
because
did you
didn't
think
have
of
something to do with him.
the moment there between Tyrion and Varys?
I thought it was fucking legit.
Yeah.
I mean, in all honesty, I thought it was amazing because so many. It kind of harkened back to me. It kind of
Right.
harkened back to Ned Stark when he
Yeah.
was telling his kids, if you pass the sentence, you know whoever passes the sentence should swing the sword.
Right.
Obviously, Tyrion didn't fucking burn him to death.
No.
Drogon did. But and obviously Tyrion didn't pass the sentence. You know, Dany did. But I thought it was even. It made me love Tyrion's character even more that he would actually walk up to him and be like, you know, I did it, bro.
Right. No,
I told him.
I told him.
You know, I told on you. And he's just like, and part of me was hoping for like a minute Varys would be like, you bitch. You know, I got you out of the city.
Right.
You know, I kind of took care of your ass. But I mean, I guess, you know, what are you going to do?
What are you gonna do at that point?
Yeah, so I don't know. It just felt very Ned Starkish to me in terms of, especially like when Ned Stark was in the dungeons
Yeah.
and Varys was, you know, walking up in his hoodie.
Right.
Excuse me. It is the soda.
It is.
Walking up in his hoodie, you know, kind of giving him
Mm-hmm.
some swigs of water. But I don't know. For me, that was one of my biggest things. Is like, you know, you can kill a character off, but it just felt like they were.
It was rushed.
Yeah, it was like they were like, oh, got to tie up loose ends, so let's
It's like
kill
they
off.
forgot about him, so let's
Yeah.
just go ahead and get rid of
So
him.
let's just kill off 6-7 characters as fast as possible.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, meanwhile, you know, here's my biggest fucking issue.
Yeah.
Bran. Can somebody in the comments section tell me what the fuck this dude's purpose has ever been?
Why does no one utilize Bran? Can he see the future?
Well, that's the whole thing. He had the vision
Right.
of King's Landing with the dragon
Yeah.
flying over it.
Right.
And he was able to kind of see, you know, the Mad King's stuff
Yeah.
in the past. So literally, while he was sitting in his wheelchair next to, no offense against wheelchairs, but while he's sitting in his wheelchair next to the tree, and John comes over, which is literally could describe almost any scene, right, that he's ever been in.
Right.
No offense to Bran or the actor that plays him.
He's just sitting there.
I just don't feel like you're winning an award for that. But yeah, I'm a free old raven.
That's all he says.
I'm a free old
Red
raven.
Raven.
And people are
Sam's reaction to that was hilarious.
Oh, it was the best.
Oh.
Okay.
What is that?
So what is that? And then he's like, I'm not Bran anymore. And you're like, okay, great.
Okay,
I'm
great.
just gonna move ahead. But so that's my bigger issue. So like Bran, for instance, if he had seen the vision, when Jon Snow's like, but I've never been a Stark.
Oh.
And they're like, no, you're our brother. And then he looks at, you know, Bran, and Bran's like, it's your choice.
Yeah.
Maybe, but at the same time, if Bran could have been like, it's your choice, but if you tell them, you're probably going to piss Dany off. And based on my visions, she's probably going to go through and burn like 800,000 people.
Right. They're not utilizing him like I feel like they should. And he does nothing to help them.
Right, now, don't get me wrong. If you look at the original Three-Eyed Raven,
Yeah.
he was literally like tied up in a tree with the children of the
He
forest.
just It's true.
way the fuck up north.
Yeah.
So he wasn't necessarily doing shit.
So what do you
either.
think's gonna happen to Bran? What's gonna happen with him and his character? Well, it's not really Bran anymore. What do you think's gonna happen to the Three-Eyed Raven?
Honestly, I just hope like Sam gets pissed about something randomly and just drop kicks him.
I don't
And
think
he just
Sam has that in
rolls.
him. Sam's kind of like you and I.
Yeah, that's true.
He's kind
More like me.
kind of a whim.
I think he's more like me physically and you mentally. You know what I mean?
I get on board with
Because
that,
I mean,
yeah.
he's smart.
He's a smart guy.
He's a super smart guy.
Yeah.
But definitely rotund, which is more like myself. But
Oh.
I don't know.
Anyway.
But so that bothered me. So I don't know Bran's role to play, and people keep saying, "Oh, is she gonna fly up and kill like Sansa now and all this other shit?" But yeah, I mean, just the characters last night. Like, I'm just gonna say it straight out. My opinion of last night's episode.
Yeah.
End of the fucking show. That's it. End of the show.
That's it? You want to end it like that?
I don't care. That's the
Really?
problem. Like, as somebody that's watched this show for 9+ years,
Yeah.
given off times, as somebody that's watched the show for 9+ years and constantly gone back and binge watched season 1, season 2, season 3, season
Right.
4, in prepping for new seasons, I only see it going like one of three ways. I mean, either Dany kills Jon,
Yeah.
which clearly I don't think she'd have a problem doing,
Right.
considering she just toasted a bunch of babies.
Let me ask you something, though. If she kills Jon, how do you think she's going to do it? With the dragon?
No,
Because he's a Targaryen.
yeah, that being said, we haven't necessarily seen him like be like, "Oh, look, fire," and like
right,
burn his
right.
own hand.
Yeah.
It wouldn't sound like that.
Oh, it might.
Blistering.
Kind of a wimpy.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I think so. No, I don't know. I think Drogon would kind of sense that he's Targaryen,
Right.
and that actually
That's what I'm saying.
it might end up hinging on that. So she might be like Dracarys, and he'd be like,
Not bitch.
"Girl, he's
He's Targaryen.
He's Targaryen too, and I don't know if dragons like have any real play in the Game of Thrones for him to like actually be like, "Oh yeah, he got a better claim than you."
He might.
He might turn around and eat his mama.
He could. Well, maybe.
It's unlikely, but that's all I'm saying is it was like. So the only way I see it going is Jon killing Dany in some gut wrenching moment, Dany killing Jon in some gut wrenching moment, them somehow killing each other, and then Gendry is just rolling along, and he's like, by the way, in case anybody wonders, I'm a Baratheon,
Right.
and they've all been illegitimate since my father, except for me, and I'm a Baratheon, and all of a
let
sudden,
me
like,
rule.
Arya's gonna slide up in the frame. She's gonna slide up in those DMs and just be like,
Hey,
"Hey, what up? Can I be your little murder mistress?"
you know that one time when I turned you down?
Yeah.
I changed my mind.
I changed my mind. I want to be your murder mistress. Let's play a game of faces, and then she just pop up in the castle all the time.
But I'm still interested. I have to see how it ends. I've invested so much of my time in this show, and even though it's been, I don't know, maybe underwhelming this season and anticlimactic, I still got to know how it ends. I have to.
I mean, I get it, but that's the part that bothers me so much is that, like, if you had ended it at the Battle of Winterfell
Yeah.
and you'd seen them live and everything, I mean, because that's another issue I have too is that John's like, I love you. And the way that he said he loved her in last night's episode was in the way that you love someone who's your lover. He didn't say I love you like you're my, like I'm your subject
Right.
or anything like that.
No.
So then for him to like go smooching a little bit and then kind of pull back again.
What was that about?
I don't know. I was like,
That was odd.
yeah. So I wonder if is he pulling back because of her general her attitude, or is he pulling
My
back?
attitude's been shitty, bro.
Her attitude's been douche.
What has
it's been
happened to her?
shit. It's been shit. But
I was rooting hard for those two.
that's what I was doing, and that's why I was saying I don't give a fuck anymore. Because again, at the end of the day, the minute that she had what she wanted, she had destroyed the Scorpions, she had destroyed the Iron Fleet.
They surrendered.
They surrendered. Bells were ringing.
And
She had plenty of people that would have appreciated her mercy in that moment. Angry, but that's the whole thing. Like,
yeah.
people are like, she made it personal.
Right.
What? Like, if you're gonna make it personal, go after Cersei. who's
Cersei, the
same-
one person. There's no reason to burn the entire city.
Literally go to the
And
tallest
innocent
building in
people.
the fucking town and just
Blow it down.
That's it. Just
I was
blow it
waiting for
down.
that to happen.
That's what I was waiting for. But instead, what did we get?
Just
After
complete
friggin'
chaotic.
After season after season after season of seeing Cersei's just bitch ass do people in constantly in the most horrible ways, she gets to die in the arms of her loved one, crying like the victim,
Right.
and
Yeah.
not in some fucking horrible way.
No, not at all.
That's
Anticlimactic.
where my shit is. Now, granted, I can't go and dump on G.R.R. Martin. I didn't write the books.
No.
So I didn't work on it. And he could say it's my creative masterpiece. Shut up and write your fucking own.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I didn't write it, and so I can't shit on it from that point of view.
Well, we
I
kinda
can
are.
just I know, but I can just say as a fan.
Right. No, it's disappointing.
Yeah, it just feels like as a fan,
You've invested so much time and you were let down.
you keep forgetting. He's hey.
I want to be here because like
I want to be
I
somewhere.
want to be here.
Yeah, we have to remember to look at the camera.
Yeah,
That's
we're not
what you
doing
gotta
very
do.
well with that.
No, we're fine.
Okay.
But
It's these chairs, bro.
dude, these chairs are
they're,
fucking
they're
shit.
terrible.
I know.
That's okay.
No, it's not. We need to replace them as soon as possible. But we ran out of money. We ran out of money. No, but yeah. So I mean, I just think as a fan for that long, like, if you do rewatch the entire series, I feel like it's gonna be.
That's my thing. Hold up. I think with the way the season's gone, I think it totally hurts the rewatch value.
I agree. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think I'm gonna rewatch this.
I wouldn't rewatch it, and that's what sucks so much ass is that I can literally go through and shows that are not even near. You know, I can watch back through. I'm not even gonna say not even near because this one, Kirsten and I get in fights all the time because she wants to fight about which show's the best. A lot of you will disagree with me. A lot of
What
you.
shows does she think are the best?
Well, Game of Thrones is her favorite,
Okay.
but it's my second favorite.
Which first?
The Walking Dead.
But see, I've heard great things, but I've never seen it.
What?
I know it's terrible.
Oh my
I
God!
know it's pathetic. It's bad.
It's bad, or the fact
No,
that you haven't seen
it's
it?
bad that I haven't seen it. I watched. One of my buddies showed me the first episode, and it was good.
It's
but
amazing.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people, and I get it, a lot of people are going to sit there and they're going to say, look, The Walking Dead
Look,
has gone
see my
up and down. What are you doing?
it's like my bone is.
At least you have a shoulder. People can't even tell I have one. But no. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of people say The Walking Dead is up and down, up and down, up and down in terms of watchability. Like, they'll say, they were
How
at
many
this
seasons
location.
Is The Walking Dead?
Shit.
It's done now, right?
No, it's not done.
Let's not see. Like I know.
What's wrong with you?
I know nothing.
No, and the problem is if I say something, then because I am a Walking Dead fan, a huge fan, been a Walker Stalker, what up? But I just feel like if I say the number of seasons and get it wrong, I'm gonna get roasted. But I don't give a shit.
Can you give me just like a range?
I think it's like 8. It's about the same amount of time.
Okay.
I feel like that Game of Thrones has been on. They both came out about the same time.
Okay.
But the difference is that their characters don't lose their minds so fucking much, and they don't shift so hard. There's been a couple.
Well, season 8 really in Game of Thrones is really the only time where it shifted as dramatically.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. It's like if you go back and watch it, you're gonna be so fucking pissed because you're gonna go, okay, I just watched, Danny free the slaves and Marine.
Yeah.
I've just watched Danny, do this and accomplish this. I've watched Danny, I guess, kill off all the fucking, Blood Riders essentially, or the Khals and stuff, so that she was the ultimate Khaleesi, and have all of this. I've done all these fucking amazing things just to turn around and burn children in the street.
It's terrible.
And it's unforgivable as a fan.
Absolutely.
And I'm kind of like, if I was, which I'm not clearly, if I was Emilia Clarke, I would have been like, you're gonna have to do these last 2 without me.
Right. You're bailing. So you're bailing.
I would fucking bail, because she just made Joffrey look like a fucking sweetheart.
I'm not tired.
So obviously he was a psycho.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I just don't see him. He was a pansy, for one.
100%.
And he was
evil, though.
He was evil.
He was pure evil.
But is she not?
Do we have a plan?
I will crucify the masters. I will set their fleets afire, kill every last one of their soldiers, and return their cities to the dirt. That is my plan. You don't approve.